All right, now typically a free stock pick from greatstockpicks.com, the way we have it set up, we'll send out a pick hopefully once a week. We haven't been able to get there because of all the gaps from Europe and everything. But typically the pick would be, here's the stock, here's the trigger where we want to enter it, here's the stop, and so on based on the daily chart. Not in a position right now to do that because I don't have any charts that have a crystal clear trigger and stop based on daily candles. So again, as I say all the time in these videos, most of what we're doing is on an intraday basis as far as entries, stops, scaling out, and so on. We'd still have our starting point from daily charts that we discover at night looking for the next day. So we do start with daily charts, but very difficult right now to give trigger and stops, as I just said. So what I'm doing here, I'm not going to count this as a free pick, free weekly pick video. But I will talk about, I just put together the list for Monday's trading. And I just picked a couple off of Monday's list to just highlight briefly, just to kind of give you a clue of some stocks that catch our eye and become, I guess, worth watching for the next day. Don't know if we'll get a trigger, an entry type that we like with a low risk stop and so on until Monday's trading opens. Okay, so who knows if we'll even trade these, but here's a couple. RIG is one. RIG hit a bottom back here, about 2 weeks ago, 41.28. Kind of have a double bottom here. I like the volume. I like the bottoming tail here on Friday's candle. So this is just on long watch. I don't have a trigger and stop for you. I will for our members if it sets up one of the setups that we like as Monday's trading unfolds. But possible double bottom here on RIG, R-I-G. And very nice volume and bottoming tail. So that's one of them, one example. And let's see, I'll choose another one real quick here. MBT is kind of interesting too. MBT, let's get the drawing tool going. I like stocks that have been selling off for like a week straight. Okay, that's for one right there. You have an oversold position, an oversold situation where it's overdue for a bounce. Not just that, but if you look, the 15 area back here in September was resistance. Again, back here in late October, and then briefly in mid-November, it broke through it and then right back down, but then right through it. So when you have a situation where you had resistance, oftentimes that can become support on the pullback. So this is an interesting setup for a bounce play. And again, I would just put this on long watch for Monday. Keep in mind, it could open at 14. We don't know how the market's going to open tomorrow morning, and it could open at 17. But if it opens somewhere near 15, this one could give a decent bounce. That's MBT. And we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 others on our watch list, and we'll put others on watch as the morning unfolds as well in our chat room. But again, this is not a free pick. I get that. It's not the trigger and stop that you look for, but there's a couple ideas of stocks that are on our watch list, and and talked a little bit there about why they made our watch list. And if I can, I'll put out a video tomorrow night talking about how we traded them, if at all, in our chat room. All right, so we'll still try to put out a free pick later this week, but hopefully that gives you a little insight into things that catch our eye. All right, talk to you later. Have a good night.